Hi, my YouTube people. Welcome to today's newest psychic reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading on Tia Mowry and Cory Hardrict. Alright. And their current situation, unfortunate situation in love and dating. I like their shoes, so I don't really want to cover their shoes. Especially Tamara's shoes. Maybe we can just cover one shoe of Tamara's. No, that kind of like causes an issue. Let's just go ahead and cover the shoes, darling. It's okay. It is what it is. So we're doing a psychic reading on these two, Tamara Mowry and Cory Hardrict. So let's get into it. Thank you all for listening and watching. If you're new to my channel, I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. If you'd like a personal reading from me, definitely reach out at Lamarr Townsend. Tarot.com. That's where you can reach me. You can also text me at 703-791-9162 for a reading if you would like a reading. You can also email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Phone readings do have same-day priority. When you purchase your reading, any reading you purchase, you will get an email, a confirmation email, but I will also get a confirmation email. So I'm alerted whenever you purchase your readings, alright? So if I don't hear from you after you've purchased your reading, you know, after a certain amount of days, you know, I will reach out to you and be like, hey, I see you bought a reading, you know, where's the information, or when are you free, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, just keep that in mind when booking with me. Once again, you know, the best way to reach me is to text me at 703-791-9162. I always have my business phone with me somewhere, alright? Usually keep it on my altars, alright, or one of my altars. So thank you all for your support. And once again, if you would like a reading as well, first of all, subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Lamarr Does Life. I do monthly horoscopes over here for all the individual zodiac signs. So definitely subscribe here, check that out. Also, I do it on Twitch as well. So if you would like even more content in terms of horoscopes, definitely follow me over here on Twitch as well, alright? And yes, if you would like a reading, this is my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. So once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. Alright. You can scroll down, read the reviews. Definitely follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook. However, if you would like a reading, go right to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer. I do email readings, I do past life readings, I do birth chart readings, I do phone, psychic tarot readings or phone readings. I do video recorded readings. I do candles, like I said. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to the spiritual realm. I also do dream interpretation readings and so on and so forth. And there's a price point for everyone. I also do tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes, and all things of this nature. So if you'd be interested in any of these things from me, once again, don't hesitate to reach out at lamarrtownsendtarot.com. And welcome to the show. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. The psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. Alright, so if you don't know, Tia Mowry is an actress. Cory Hardrict, I think maybe an athlete or a actor, maybe himself, in some way, shape, or form, to be honest with you. These two have recently filed for divorce, and a lot of people are shocked. Because these two have been together for a long time. They have children together. You know, and they have always seemed to have, you know, a somewhat, you know, decent marriage, you know, from the outside looking in, allegedly, right? Apparently not. Because there's, you know, there's lots of articles out there about these two filing for divorce from reputable sources. So, let's go ahead and see what I see about this situation. You guys know how we get down here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the cards. First thing. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck. Many past readings. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. Alright. And now, let the psychic with the T get into the tea. Alright, let's see. What's the energy around Tia Mowry and Cory Hardrict? What's the energy around their divorce? These divorce rumors. What is the future for these two? What can you tell us about the situation, Spirit? What's the energy around Cory Hardrict and Tia Mowry? We had a card fly out. Ooh, you guys, the first card that flies out is the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords kind of reminds me here of the broken heart here, you know, where we cover their feet with. You know, definitely broken heart energy here. Three of Swords can be backstabbing energy. It is a Swords card, can deal with communication, intellect, the mind. It's a 3 card, so it could deal with travel, long distance travel, stepping outside one's comfort zones, being more open-minded, freedom, things of this nature. Three of Swords can be a card of cheating or a third-party situation as well. Alright. Very interesting. What's the energy around Cory Hardrict and Tia Mowry and their divorce? These rumors, what's going on? I get the King of Pentacles as the first card. This could be the person who wears the pants in the relationship, as it shows up in replacement of masculinity, leadership, and things of this nature. So this definitely, I don't know Cory's zodiac sign, but this definitely could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Aries energy. Alright. This definitely could be Cory, once again in the sense of having his own freedom. Like, almost like with this energy of I make my own money, you know, I support my kids or I support my wife, I do this and that, but I make my own money, so therefore the rest I can do what with it, you know, I want, kind of thing. Like, he may have this kind of mentality. Like, there's a little bit of selfishness, allegedly, confirmation, right? There's a little bit of selfishness showing up here in terms of what sword I want to use. There's selfishness with Cory in terms of settling down to one's responsibilities, I feel. Just because you make money and, you know, you feed the household doesn't mean that you're the best father of the year. It could be one of those things where you're, you know, you're feeding the household and taking care of the household, but doing it far away from home, kind of thing. You may always be on a business trip. You may never be present. Get the Seven of Pentacles showing up here, connected to money, finances, personal belongings. 7 can be a number of secrecy. Was there a paper trail connected to money and finances? There definitely were, you know, with this card coming out, definitely could have been secrets relating to money. Paper trails. Money leading to certain secrets. Or things not adding up. You know, practical things, practicality. Hours not adding up that, you know, this person was gone, but and they says they were here, but, you know, based on their past behavior, you know, they usually spend so much time here, so what were they doing for those extra 2 hours? You know, what was allotted for those extra 2 hours? Once again, almost like, you know how that happens on the job. It's like, you know, it's like you're like give or take 2 hours, but then you're like, you know, at the, you know, it comes back to bite you in the butt, right, kind of thing. You think they won't notice? They won't notice if I, you know, put, you know, even though I was, you know, I took a 50-minute lunch, you know, they won't notice if I, you know, put in that I only took my normal 30-minute allotted lunch. But you think they're not noticing, but they're noticing. You know, they notice. All right. Interesting. All right. Money keeps showing up here. I get the Page of Pentacles showing up. The placement of thoughts, communication in the mind. A lot of Pentacles cards. Once again, this could be their current energy. And in terms of their divorce, maybe this definitely could be them allocating funds. But it feels like, to me, like going through the process of allocating funds or dividing funds could also be bringing up certain secrets. Like, I didn't know you had this account over here and that account over there, kind of thing. Like, very interesting. I get the Death card in the placement of emotions, family, in the home. So the family is broken up, with the Death card showing up here. There is an ending to family. Alright, ending does show up somehow, you know, could be connected to motherhood, maybe. So that could mean a multitude of things, particularly pertaining to Tamara, maybe, or oh my god, Tia, I'm sorry. But this is also emotional distance, or the ending of the relationship emotionally. I hate to use this word because I feel like it's such a trigger word sometimes, but it's like the death of, it's the Death card, right? It's like the death of the relationship emotionally. Alright? This was the ending. Emotions. Maybe family. So this could be her family, his family. You know, could be mother figures in some way, shape, or form that aren't Tia. But this seems to be the deciding factor here in terms of this divorce, this energy here. The Death card and misplacement could also be like a lack of feeling like family, once again. This one's over here, and this one's over here, or this one's at home, and this one's over here. Is it really family, you know? I don't know why I get the energy of, like, maybe sometimes these two spend holidays away from each other, or certain holidays away from each other, or it's like one person was at home with the family while the other person was away on a holiday, kind of thing. It's like there's a lack of unity in some way, in that way, you know, that emotional connection, you know. I get the Knight of Pentacles in the placement of creativity, self-expression, children, romance. Right now, I think it's about pay me. Pay me what you owe, keep what you owe, I keep what I'm owed or what I'm due, or, you know, that kind of thing. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. Maybe what's mine is yours too, I'm not sure. Could be a little bit of that energy going on as well. But right now I'm seeing a lot about money, finances, dividing things up. Who gets this, who gets that. Who gets the children? I don't know how old the children are. If they're still young, it becomes who gets the children, who gets the sole custody of the children, or how does that work financially with the children, all right? In terms of the dividend or the divide between the two. I get the Empress showing up in the placement of work, job, daily routine, health. I don't know why I feel like Tia, I keep wanting to call her Tamira. I don't know why I feel like Tia Maybe we need to look out for Tamara, pay attention to her. I don't know what's going on with her relationship. Too soon to look into that. Alright, but we may want to keep that on the radar. Alright, anyways, and I said it here first. Alright, so I get the Empress. So I feel like Tia I don't know, I get pregnancy. Like, I don't know if she wanted to get pregnant again, or I don't know how old she is. I mean, not that it matters. Women are having, children well into their 40s, and beyond. But this also could be, is she the sole breadwinner? This could be that kind of energy. And if she's not the sole breadwinner, does she have the most, like, assets? Or does she have the most pull? Because it's like one, like, for example, say she's not the sole breadwinner. Maybe Cory Hardrict makes more money, hypothetically speaking. But Tia has the more connections. So all she has to do is make a few phone calls, get this person in touch with that person, bada bing, bada boom. And she's on her way to a, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, however many million deal. If she plays her cards right. Does that make sense? And it's like, that's a very, like, kind of subdued, submissive, feminine way of being. Like, I feel like that's her way of being submissive. Does that make sense? Like, yes, I know I have all this pull, and but I'm taking a step back from making so much money to be a housewife, to attend to this, to that. Like, that's the energy I get with this kind of couple, or this connection, particularly with Tia. Does that make sense? Why are there so many Pentacles cards? Two of Pentacles shows up in their placement of one-on-one relationships and marriage. Once again, though, 2 does relate to emotions and numerology. So I'm going to stick to that. They're an issue of emotions. 2 is also a number of family, motherhood, energy. I'm wondering if also Tia lost children or lost a child or something like that and struggled with that. But there's something emotionally, family-wise, that just disconnected with these 2. And that was the cause of this divorce. Confirmation. However, money, finances, personal belongings keep showing up as well. And for me, the Two of Pentacles card is like a card of, like, balancing, but having trouble balancing everything you've got going on. Was one worse with money than the other? Was Cory worse with money than Tia? Once again, going back to that hypothetical thing, where it's like, well, if he makes more money than Tia, but he doesn't manage his money well, once again, Tia wins. Just saying. Just saying, alright? Once again, I'm just tapped in, alright? This is how I read. Y'all know how I do, alright? Alright. I get the World card. Make sure you buy your ticket to the show, by the way, by hitting the like button. It is free. Thank you all. I get the World card. Once again, a pregnancy card. Showing up in a placement of sex, sexuality, and in terms of body parts, because the way I read, you guys know I read through astrology. This does deal with the genitals, right? TMI, I know. At least not this card, but in this position. I mean, alright? The way the card falls, okay? Although, she's not, she's scantily, cladly covered up here, so, we could be on point there too. But anyway, the point is I keep getting pregnancy. The World card shows up in a placement of endings, transitions, evolutions, changes, growth in life. It's interesting with the World card. The World card to me can sometimes be specifically like karma or a completion of a karmic cycle. So I feel like in a weird way these 2 have completed some sort of cycle, some sort of karmic cycle with each other. Like their evolution with each other has come to a close, and now in order to evolve and grow further they need to separate, and as sad as that may be, sometimes we're better alone than we are together with someone who stunts our growth. Alright? Let that sink in for a little bit. Ooh, I'm on fire. I have a personal reading to do here in a bit. I have to go run some errands, but I have a personal reading to get to. So I was like, let me, I had a busy day. So I was like, let me jump into a reading for YouTube so I can kind of get in the groove. So by the time I do my personal reading, I'm on point, y'all. I'm on fire. So we're getting there, honey. All right? Shout out to my client coming up soon. By the way, thank you all to all of you who have been purchasing readings this weekend. You all don't know, but y'all keep me so busy. And I love doing readings for you all, especially new clients. It's always cool to hear from you, because usually y'all have been watching me for a while. Y'all have been kind of, studying me, kind of getting a feel of me before you dive in and say, okay, let me just get a reading from, the psychic with the T, child. All right. Anyway, got to keep it lighthearted with all this, sadness, right? And just, anyway. I get the Hermit card here showing up in the placement of long distance travel, higher education, higher learning, opinions, beliefs, open-mindedness, stepping outside one's comfort zones, and a need for freedom. Once again, to me, this is like stunting each other's growth, dimming each other's light. You can kind of see it in this picture, can't you? You guys know we love talking about body language here. Let's move the heart here. Let's look at their feet. Look at the way their feet are planted. And I specifically looked up Mowry and Cory Hardrict 2022 pictures. So this is recent. Or has to be, at least, because it was one of the first pictures that showed up. Right? Look at them. Look at Cory's face. You can tell even from their body language towards the end, they had grown apart. They most likely weren't the same people, whether good or bad, that they were when they started the relationship. That's how that happens, right? Let's just actually keep... Let's keep the broken heart over here, because I kind of like it better over here, to be honest with you. This could also be the energy with this card showing up in the position of long distance travel. This could be the energy of one of or both of these people becoming hard to reach when traveling long distance. Meaning we're not in the same state, country, city, or whatever. Alright? Maybe this one's in LA, that one's in Egypt. The person in Egypt is hard to reach for some reason. Right? I feel like Cory energy with the hard to reach person, allegedly. Alright? And get the Five of Wands in the placement of fatherhood energy. Definitely could deal with the past, karma, debt, weight, illness. This also could deal with long-term, goals, aspirations, career status in society, and things of this nature. How many children does Cory have? Does he only have children with Tamara? Or Tia? Oh my god. Does he only have children with Tia, or does he have other children? Because I feel like there's something where there's issues, and I mean this in the kindest way. I have to say what I see in the cards. Once again, you guys, alright, I get the Death card in the placement of motherhood. And I get the Five of Wands in the placement of fatherhood. I think these two issues with each other may have caused them to have negative behavioral impacts in terms of their parenting. I know that's a touchy subject. The children may still be young. I'm not sure. Once again, y'all know I just read and trust what the cards say, and period. Alright? But it's interesting that all the rest of the cards I get so far are actually not that bad. Alright? The only other kind of card maybe is the Hermit card, right? Not a bad card, Major Arcana. Not to say all Major Arcanas are good. Look here at the Death card, alright? Although the Death card isn't always bad. I digress. These two cards show up in the placement of motherhood and fatherhood energy. The mother shows up emotionally despondent, emotionally disconnected. The father shows up maybe combative with this Five of Wands energy. Frustrated, right? Not seeing eye to eye. Not showing up as their best version of themselves for each other. Not showing up as their best version of themselves for their children. Once again, allegedly. Alright? Make sure you guys buy your ticket to the show by hitting the like button. Let's remember the children, people. It's not all about money, alright? Just because the children are fed, they have clothes on their back, they go, they have schools to go to and this and that to go to. Remember, they're still souls and beings developing and growing, alright? And they pick up on everything. Period. Alright, just a few more cards. Get the Lover's card. Showing up in the placement of friends, acquaintances, social groups, social networks. The internet, technology. Are these two going to end up becoming sneaky links down the line? Are they going to become FWBs? Friends with benefits? Child. I think these two are going to still maintain some sort of connection. I think just the media frenzy has to die down first. Remember, once you made a strong connection with someone that's lasted 20 years, nothing can really break that. Especially when you've created life together. Period. The last card I get is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands does deal with forward movement. It deals with forward movement in this position in terms of spirituality. What the soul wants, what the soul needs, what the soul desires. In this position, the soul desires to grow and evolve. So what this tells me is, once again, these two need to grow and evolve. And if that means separating at this time and no longer being married, that's what they need to do. Now, what you will see from these two, alright, over time, particularly Tamara, you'll see it mostly with Tamara, is that over time, this is a 6 card, it shows up as the last card, so we could say maybe over the time of 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, alright, we see them grow and evolve into people they may not have been able to grow and evolve into together. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Woo. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Yes. Unfortunately, that's the way love goes sometimes. You're better off friends than you are married. You're better off married than you are friends. Alright? You're better off girlfriend and boyfriend than you are married. I mean, once again, each situation is unique and specific to these two individuals and their souls and their spirits. And that's none the different with these two. Alright? Is this the last that these two will see of each other? Based on my cards, from what I see, no. No, right? So, we're keeping our eye on you, Tia, alright, and Cory, moving forward. But you better get your act together, alright? Because if we catch you being sneaky links, okay, we know that we'll have our eyes on you, all right, and we'll be squinting real hard, trying to figure out what exactly is going on here, all right, because we as the public have been through this before, okay? Fool us once, shame on you. Fool us twice, shame on us, all right? Period. All right, you guys, I love you. Thank you for listening and watching. If you would like your own personal reading, we love to have fun here. Make sure you subscribe, and if you would like your own personal reading, once again, definitely reach out to me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. And I think this is the most fitting way to end this reading. You know, I think even though we have the broken heart here, you know, broken hearts heal. Alright? And I just believe it's not the end for these two, even if we don't see it in front of the cameras or, you know, in front of our faces. Alright? I'm sticking to it. It is what it is. Thank you all for listening and watching. I love you all. If you want your own personal reading, I'll see you then. Alright? Or I'll see you in the next video. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless.